So I actually heard Mac Mall first. First I heard Mac Mall because I think he was on at that time, you know, and he was like 15 or 16 when he dropped Illegal Business. And when you're young and you hear, you know, like this other kid, he's busting like that, that captures your attention, you know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, going through my big sis tapes and shit like that, I saw a tape that said Young Black Brother on it. Well, that was the name of Mac Mall's record company at the time, or label was Young Black Brother. And when I first heard Dre, I think he was with Ray Love featured on the track with Mac Mall, and he was rapping on the phone, and that like tripped me out. Like, okay, you know, like this is back then, you know, you don't really hear too many different types of effects. Older homie was like, yeah, that's Mac Dre, you know, he's rapping on the phone from jail and shit. And I was like, oh, that's dope. A while later, I remember looking through tapes and seeing one that was labeled Young Black Brother, and I figured, oh shit, it's Mac Mall, you know? And so I took the tape and I started listening, you know, I put it in the deck, you know, I started listening to it in the deck like I had a Carson in the Walkman, and turn it on, and it's, you know, listen up, I'm about to get dope. Ooh, that was the new shit for me, dude, just cause that thing just slapped, you feel me? It was just smacking. And so, yeah, that was early 90s as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, Mac Dre, rest in peace to Mac Dre, man, we love Pharrell, you know what I mean?
Mac Dre was, you know, everyone knows he was a great artist, but he was a good person too, a real cool person. I got to know him. So I first met Mac Dre, was through Kyrie, and it was after the Mac. So the Mac came first, and then Mac Dre came. I remember Kyrie saying that. And then, of course, one time when I had, this is in the early 90s, so I had Mac Dre and Kyrie come on the radio show, I think in 1991, 1990. Anyway, and it was right after the Mac was killed, and they were just sort of talking about it and the shock of it. And anyway, so Mac Dre, I worked with him on these different things. I'm actually in this video of his, and got the whole thing was when, you know, he came out with this record, and it was just an amazing sound. And then Kyrie, the producer, who also, you know, people got to hear Mac Mall through him too, was such an influential figure. And that, you know, again, the funk music, with all of the different releases that dropped. And Young Black Brother records were truly, you know, influential in the Bay Area, and bringing like Mac Dre. And I think Mac Dre's death, in terms of people dying, I think ones that hit me hardest would have been Mac Dre, because I knew the guy personally. And
man, I remember first time I heard Mac Dre was at my cousin's house. He was playing radio. So hard.
Too hard for...
Man, that one, and then they had another one called Song For You.
Oh, yeah.
Man, those two right there, it was a movement when he was around. Like I remember they would be playing Mac Dre so much that it'd be like is that all y'all know? It's just Mac Dre? Like, what else y'all be on? But it was at the time, it was the hottest thing to be playing. Like, Mac Dre was it. That was the
yeah, he had his reign, and then, you know, untimely passing. So it's just like, man,
yeah,
he might have put like 10 years of wind on his career, just, you know, and him going, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I always think about, you know, because I feel like he passed right when like the hyphy movement was like starting to like get his little wave, and like he kind of missed that, like okay, it's about to really start getting like global. And I wish he would have still had the torch, because I think it would have lasted longer. The hyphy movement wouldn't have been just like, you know, like couple years. It'd have been like, you know, 10 year stretch.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
we still try to grab that essence now, but I think we would have held it longer if Mac was still here.
So, Mac Dre, the Romper Room.
Yeah, the romper.
Everybody was talking about Mac Dre back in the days. He had that court case. I don't remember if I was listening to him before or after that stuff, but the Romper Room Gang is like one of the most memorable things that I have from him. Just his whole like robbery case and the kind of music he was playing with the effect, you know, coming from jail.
Rapping over the phone.
And really gassing, man. He was an original. Ain't nobody rap like Mac Dre. I just remember his swag, man. It was real. It was authentic. He made people dance. He had music that was not only hardcore but fun. It was just, Mac Dre is a legend. You know, when we lost him, man, that was one of the biggest losses. It was tough losing Mac Dre because he wasn't even in town when he was gone. He was out in Kansas, and he had shows to do. He had like a lot of stuff on his calendar, more albums to make.
See, I can't quite remember the first time I heard Mac Dre. I remember being really young and going to my cousin's house. My cousin used to sell CDs, right, and tapes. When he'd get tired of them, he'd want to get the new stuff. He'd sell the old ones. And I remember I bought the Young Black Brother CD. And at the time, when I bought it, I was confused because there was a song on that CD that was on the Mac Dre, the California Living. And I remember having that at a young age, but I remember having Stupid Doo Doo Dumb. I remember having a few of them, a few Mac Dre's, but I can't quite remember the first time I heard him, to be honest with you. I just remember him being just a household name, you know. And if you were into like underground rap music, that's what you listened to, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy, because I don't really remember the first time I heard Mac Dre either. I just remember CMC, the California Living video.
Yeah, you know, I remember that too. I remember him being a staple though. He was always like a well, he wasn't always a big name in a sense where like he was known worldwide at the time, but in the early 90s he was a household name here in the Bay. I know that at least, you know. But his music was getting out though. It definitely was getting out. And then when he went to prison and he did some time, I think that's around the time when a lot of people really started listening to him. In my opinion. Yeah. But I was a kid too though. So you gotta imagine, this is the 90s. I'm not even 10 years old yet, you know. So.
I heard Mac Dre. It was a little later than most people. I didn't really start listening to him till about 2004, and I was definitely in my kind of had my hose. But,
you was pimping?
I mean, you know, I guess that's what you can call it. But I definitely wasn't getting my heart involved in any situation, and I always made sure that I was, you know, in control.
Oh, okay.
But Mac Dre and Not My Job was my anthem. So, I mean, I listened to that regularly.
It wasn't your job to love these hoes, huh?
No. Absolutely not.
When did I first get into Mac Dre? I would say like 89, 90 on the California Music Channel. They'd be playing that California Living video. And, you know, my parents had like them big old house speakers and shit. You hook it up to the TV stereo button and it just fucking slap. So I'd be knocking that. When he went to jail, that shit kind of hurt because, you know, it was like, fuck, man, you know, this dude's hella cool. You know, like, why the fuck he gotta go to jail, man? You know what I mean? And, you know, for a long time, there was kind of like a little bit of an empty spot, like, yo, when's he coming home? Because I know he's gonna have some good music. When he did come home, you know, it was like he never left, man. You know about the hyphy era and all the shit, you know. But I like young Mac Dre. I like that Young Black Brother shit. I like the shit from when he got home too, though. But the Young Black Brother album, man, there's some knockers on there, man. And you know, I'ma always have a special sentimental place for that album, whatever, because you know, the memories, man. You know, it just takes you back every time you hear that album. That's kind of why I'm doing this project. And so we could talk about those albums and where we were at and how it made you feel back in the day, because it's special, man.
The first time you heard Mac Dre. Come on, man. you heard him without even you heard him.
For real.
He's coming out early in the 80s, man. This boy came out in the 80s, bro. So you gotta think about it. You was hearing it. You was like, oh, too hard for the funky radio, too hard for the funky.
Hey, that was back in the days, man. But I know I heard it because it was on KMEL. You know it.
Hell yeah.
And
CMC.
man, we was laced with game subconsciously, bruh, because of this guy.
Oh
Can
yeah.
you feel me? Can you really feel that? The music that he was making before his time.
One of my favorite rappers.
He's got to be damn near one of the best rappers.
Is this from
in
California
the
living
world.
alone?
California Bear, all up in your head.
Yeah.
I'll take it there. But you know what? That's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. Because there's another question about him later. And I'm just thinking, man, how to disguise, man. Because this dude done laced up with so much fucking game, man. You didn't even know it. You didn't even know you had it.
Yup.
Subconsciously, I'm telling you.
Just put game up in your vein.
So anyway, the first time I heard him, I'm going to say Mac Dre's the name. Mac Dre's the name, honestly, because I'm kind of a late bloomer. You know what I mean?
But remember, he had Mac Dre's name was a single too.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I'm saying. But like the first time I really put it together, connected the dots, and it was like, I'm doing what I do. Don't get mad.
First time I heard Mac Dre was when I got back from, when I moved back from Bakersfield to the Bay Area, and I met these niggas. My nigga Ant and Chopadopoulos and a lot of cats that I was balling with. I played a lot of basketball, was bumping Mac Dre. And yeah, when I heard his shit, I think it was at the park playing basketball. Somebody was bumping him at the park. It might have been this nigga. Came up to Central one day bumping Mac Dre. And yeah,
first time I heard Mac Dre, that nigga got a song called Mac Dre's the Name.
That shit slapped.
They used to kill house parties. He had a long version of that motherfucker. That shit was
That's
like
a little
10
roller
minutes.
skate beat, right?
Yeah. He had like a 10-minute version of that motherfucker. And
I know. I wish I had that.
in East Palo Alto, we used to be big in house parties, like in the late 90s, late 80s, all through the 90s. House parties was the shit. And Mac Dre had that motherfucking Mac Dre's the Name, bro. And they used to play the long version of that motherfucker. And my God, every fucking house party, that shit'll rip that bitch. You play the long version of that motherfucker, niggas will be dancing today. Niggas will sweat their motherfucking outfit out and fucking with that song. But Mac Dre is definitely man, I love Mac Dre. Me and Mac Dre got the same last name, and I think we related. Andre Hicks, my name Adam Hicks.
I always wanted that shit too.
Yeah. My dad said we got family out there in Vallejo too, so I'm gonna look into that, you know what I'm saying? But man, shout out to my nigga Mac Dre. The first time I heard Mac Dre was definitely Mac Dre's the Name. He used to kill the house parties. Then he came with the Too Hard for the Fucking Radio. And you go to the house party, he used to play them records back to back. They play the Mac Dre's the Name first, the long version, and then throw the motherfucking Too Hard for the Fucking Radio, and nigga kill the fucking house parties. But I've been on Mac Dre since like the late 80s, early 90s. He came with the What's Really Going On EP. He had the California Living and All Damn Day, y'all, and the motherfucking Punk Police. And oh yeah, I'm a big Mac Dre fan, man. You know, Young Black Brother album, man. Cause living the life of a young black brother. Hey man, Mac Dre's that nigga, man. You know, don't get it fucked up. Mac Dre's that nigga. Rest in peace to my nigga Mac Dre. I met him. I got a cold story, nigga. A legendary story. 1994, they had the Gavin Convention in Frisco. We had a show, us, RBL, GLP, JT and GLP. We had a show with AMG at the Stone, I believe. AMG was headlining the Stone. We was all on the bill. This was for the Gavin Convention 1994. 1994 was in Frisco, 1995 was in Oakland.
Damn.
So we had the sound check. We was at the Stone, and all of us was on the bill. Us, RBL, Cool Nut, Mac Dre. We was all on the bill that night. That was like a Bay Area classic show. I think the Click was even on the motherfucking bill. AMG, shout out to my nigga AMG. He wanted everybody to leave while he did do a sound check. I I don't know what the reason was, but he wanted everybody to leave while he do a sound check. So we was all backstage. We all did our sound check. He was the last one. He was headlining, so he did the sound check last. Security in the building made all of us leave, go outside while he do a sound check. So later on that night at the Gavin convention, they had like a little, I forgot who was doing the show that night. I think AMG had a show that night at the Gavin convention. So we all went to the show. We was all sitting out in the lobby. Us, IMP, RBL, Mac Dre and them. We was all sitting out in the lobby. And AMG came through. AMG, DJ Quick, Second to None, High C, all they whole little clique came through. Shout out to all of my niggas, DJ Quick, High C, Second to None. I love all them niggas' music. They all came through, but the Bay was out there thick. Delinquents, shout out to my niggas Delinquents. I think the Loonies, Drew Down, and all them niggas was out there. And we was all sitting out there, and AMG came through. and motherfucking Mac Dre and Coog Nut ran up on that nigga. I'm gonna do my best impressions that I can. Bear with me, crowd, if y'all watching. Coog Nut smiled up on that nigga. Hey, homie, check this shit out, bro. Nah, I ain't need to say bro. Let me rewind.
Paraphrase.
Let me paraphrase. Check this out, homie. All that bullshit, you in the Bay, bro, homie. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make us leave for you so you can do your sound check? That shit wasn't cool. I wasn't feeling that. So Mac Dre slide up. This is real talk. Shout out to my homegirl, Cool Nut daughter.
I can see this shit just the way you say it.
Real talk. This is real shit.
I can see it.
My homegirl, AMK, Alien Mac Kitty, Cool Nut's daughter, have a picture on her Instagram page of Mac Dre and Cool Nut. This is the same night that this shit went down. So everybody that's watching this, if you know AMK, Alien Mac Kitty, Cool Nut's daughter, go on her page. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post it on my page. I'm gonna give him a copy of the picture.
Shout out the girl, man, the pop legend.
AMK.
Love him.
It's a picture of Coog Nut and Mac Dre. This is the same night that I'm talking about. This is at the Gavin Convention in 1994 in San Francisco. Mac Dre slide up. Yeah, Cuddy. That shit wasn't cool, Cuddy. You gonna make a motherfucker leave so you can do your sound check, Cuddy. We don't get down like that out here, nigga. I'm just saying, this Coog Nut. I'm just saying no. That was hella disrespectful. Nigga, we don't need to bite none of your shit, nigga. We got our own style out here, nigga. Mac Dre. That's right, Cuddy. We don't need to copy none of your shit, nigga. We pimps out here, nigga. So, check game, nigga.